Hello everyone, and thank you for checking out this week's video. Now it's a little bit slow until the new year, you know, we're kind of in the dip. So there's a classic car meet on that I really like, just love the people that go there. So I thought, you know, given that it's a bit of a slow time of year, I'd like to give you something to watch. So we're going to go there and we're going to see what is on display. Let's go and have a look. Starting off with the staple of all English classic car meets, minis everywhere as far as you, well, I say as far as you can see, but a good 6 or 7 deep. Next to it though, a very new Aston Martin. Love the colour of these. Look at the interior of these. They've really done a good job of not putting fat, ugly screens everywhere and giving everybody nice clicky buttons. Done a really good job on these. Very lovely, clean sort of what I don't know what you call it, like a primrose yellow. Is that the actual name that they use? Who knows? But anyway, nice MGB there. Very beautiful Morris Traveller here. Look at this. I guess this must have been recently re-wooded, if that's what you call it. Nice period features in the back there as well. 37,000 miles on it. Maybe it's been around the clock, who knows? But it is a really clean example of one. These go for really good money. If they were the price of a normal Morris Traveller, I would have had one by now. But that is, I don't know, I think they're about 10 grand. This is one that really caught my eye. Take a look at the colour of this. Absolutely mint condition on this Discovery. Obviously, you know, car that's normally thrown around in a field, but this one has lived a very nice life. I checked its MOT history. It's only got about 100k on it, but inside it is immaculate. I think this might have been perhaps subject to some restoration or something, special vehicles. I don't know, but it doesn't look like it's seen any mud for a while. It looks brand new. It is gorgeous. Not the biggest Land Rover man in the world, but I would have that in a heartbeat. Very lovely Austin Cambridge with that 50s sort of chrome American back end style. Do you know, if you know anyone who can make me these number plates, these sort of riveted, I want one. Really like those. I don't know what you are, some sort of Chevrolet that looks really cool. Is that maybe used as a camper? I have no idea. We're going to catch up with that in a minute. It says 1946 on the back, so yeah, just post-war, I would imagine. We're going to have a proper look at that in a minute. Oh, look down here, Sinclair C5. Big fan of these. I nearly bought one instead of something else that I bought that I will show to you very soon. DeLorean over here, completely converted to look like the one from Back to the Future, as many are. I don't know, I kind of feel like that's a slight butchery, but everyone's holding around it. I don't know if we'll be able to see. There we go. Yeah, they've done a good job. Unfortunately, it's playing copyrighted music, so I will not be featuring this anymore. A bike named after me. This is a really clean example of an XJS. Nice leaper added on the bonnet there. I don't think they came with those, actually. Proper red mats. I'm trying to see what they say. It looks really difficult to see. Jedi? I've got no idea what that's trying to say. I know I ignored the minis earlier, but this one's caught my eye just because of how original it is. It's some kind of special edition, but it's come from very nearby and it's kept its plates, and I would guess it's original paint, and the mileage says 15,000, and whether that's true or not, you don't really know, but it looks like it could be. It looks really clean. And do you know, I would say this is probably the last of the cars that had chrome on them. N-Reg with chrome, and now you just get plastic tat. A beautiful car, probably one of the best looking ones that I've seen here is this lovely 1958 Simca. It's a slightly different one. It was featured in this month's Car and Classic. I say Car and Classic, I'm with the owner. Is it Car and Classic? Classic sports car. Beautiful interior. I guess this has all been retrimmed as well. And headlining. Oh yeah, look at that. That is incredible. I love the clocks in it. Beautiful. And the owner said that she's owned it for 34 years. Is it 34 years? Yeah, 34 years. Absolutely beautiful.
Only one in the UK for the last 30 years.
This is the only one?
Only one in the UK for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
One has just been brought in, so it's not been here.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Absolutely gorgeous. Next door to the Simca is my friend Jim's Subaru. It's obviously a Mazda 121, but it does look like a Subaru. This is a fun top. It's got a very funny roof. Again, another one that I featured on the channel before, but very rare and unusual. But I've just been called over because there is a very bizarre site that is parked next to my DS that we need to go and have a look at. Now, briefly featuring my own car on the channel. It's a beautiful, lovely Citroen DS. I don't actually put it on the channel nearly enough as I planned, but I park it in a concrete asbestos roofed garage and all the condensation is dripping down on it, which is then making it look absolutely filthy and horrible. But next to my DS is a 911 DS. This is, I actually overlooked this when I first went past it, but now that we've been talking to the owner, basically he loves the DS, but also wants more speed. So he's now got a Porsche and is trying to make it look like a DS. Here is the final idea for it. Now, I have seen some bizarre things, but I've never seen anything quite as quite as bizarre as this. He's actually done quite a good job of the accuracy. He's got the sort of right V shape to it there, look. But yeah, just loves the DS. And so wants to do it to a Porsche. I'm not sure what he's doing with the back end, but obviously, like I said, it's a 911 Carrera 4S. So, I mean, I suppose it's got the sort of sweep. I think he wants to get the flutes on the back and maybe find some way to put them on there. But there you go. Who would have ever thought we would live in a time where you have a Porsche 911 DS? Here's a bizarre sight. We have a Toyota Will towing a Messerschmitt. Of all things, what a bizarre combination to have. I mean, that's just the weird on the weird. I love that. Here we have some very old Austin. This looks like it's a barn find on wheels. I've just been having a chat with the owner, who's a fellow YouTube guy, and I think we will end up doing some stuff together. I just love this. This just looks like it belongs in a barn, but it still runs around on a farm. I don't know. There's a lot going on with it, and also not very much. It's very simple. But I really do love that. Proper sheepskin in there. It's probably the only thing you have to keep you warm. Some Bentleys and rollers. Got a very, very nice V12 E-Type there. Lovely paint job on that as well. Beautiful, lovely interior. Very beautiful BMW 2002. Lovely interior on this. It says 10,000 miles, but obviously that's not the case. Really like those mats as well. They look like they'd last forever. That is in absolutely beautiful condition. I've seen some old tax discs in my time, but never one that's from 1934, which is sitting on this lovely Bugatti. One of only 15 bought into the country, apparently, from when they were new. This is really, really lovely. 1928 as well, so it's not far off being 100 years old. Now we've got a BMW iZeta here on a very fancy, expensive number plate. Apparently, the guy who owns these has two and uses them as daily drivers. I don't know how I'd feel about driving around all the time in one of those, but there's definitely a fun novelty element with those. And next up, we've got my friend Jim's Jaguar E-Type. I've already had this car on the channel once before. I really do love it. It's got a beautiful exhaust. Look at that. Brilliant, lovely thing. I actually think, in a way, that looks better in black than blue. And I don't like monochrome cars. I know black's a different story, but that is a stunner. Volvo V90 seem to be a bit more the modern stuff, don't they? Audi 80 as well. God, that is in really nice condition as well. They don't really last very long. It's particularly red cars. Maybe that's had a repaint. And freshly in from goodness knows where is the new Maserati MC20. Let's have a look inside. Okay, yeah, first time I've seen one of these. Shame it's... it's a shame. It's still got buttons and it's got a few screens, and I think it's okay, you know. A lot of leather and Alcantara knocking around in this, but it is a lot better looking than some of the other Maseratis that have come out. Probably the best looking one in the last 20 years. Not the best colour though, I think this should be yellow. And I like these wheels as well. They stay quite in tune with Maserati's usual style, but they also look a bit modern. It's got fancy, huge carbon ceramic brakes and lovely yellow calipers. I do like it. They are quite pricey, and yeah, no, still not buying it in grey. A nice little Rover Metro here with some cool scoots in the bonnet. Lots of stickers on this. People that we know. Hubnut, I Drive a Classic. Yeah, hello. No road to rust. Thanks for the support. Furious Driving's on there. What's the mileage? Can we see? It is... It is, 56k. Do you know, people have these, it makes me laugh, because obviously old people buy these, so they've only ever got, 10,000 miles, and people think they're worth a fortune. They're really rare because they've got one with a low mileage, but old people don't go out, and so there are still plenty of these around. But yeah, 56,000 miles, it's not bad, but the condition of it is really nice. I love this Jaguar here with unusually French lights on it, but yes, I love it, and that is a very good number plate for this. Actually, that is a modern, that's a modern plate put on a black backing, which is a bit weird. What's that? Ah, yes, here we have Jim, who owns the E-Type, leaning on my DS. It's okay, he is allowed. Have a look at this Alfa Romeo Sprint 1.5 105 cloverleaf. They certainly like to put a lot of letters on that. Look at the cloverleaf detail, that is lovely. Oh, it looks like it's got windows from a different Alfa. Look at the interior. Oh, I love this. Can't see what the mileage is. 63k. Lovely, really nice gold colour as well, really good condition. I think that's fantastic. I'd love something like that, but unfortunately I have far too many cars. One that I spotted driving and I really want to have a look at, it's an Armstrong Siddeley. I love the shade of green that they've painted this. It's obviously a modern colour, it's got, you know, a lot of metallic flake in it, but nonetheless, 1959 Armstrong Siddeley Star Sapphire, 4000cc, one of the last to be made, used a lot for weddings. That is beautiful. Look at the wood in there. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about the brand, so I can't tell you. I've obviously heard of them, but I think they're quite unusual to find. They go for good money, but yeah, what a beautiful wedding car, and I love the green and cream. Green, cream and wood is the best combination for classic vehicles. Anyway, behind that, Opel Manta. You do occasionally see these abroad, I think. But this one's a right hook. I don't know if did we get these in the UK? Perhaps it's been a South African import or something. It's obviously not English, otherwise it would be Vauxhall, but there you go. Next door to that, you've got this skull in the back, VW beach buggy. That's cool, look at that. That smells absolutely incredible, just as you would imagine it would smell. Really, really cool. If I wasn't so into French tat, I think I could have so many other cool vehicles, but I'm still very much stuck on the stuff that I've got. Look at these two lovely old Fords. Now, yes, this is a nice Escort, but this is a camper. Look, with a pop-top roof. I'm sure we've seen this before at VW meet, actually, for some reason. Yes, it is lovely. Absolutely immaculate. Really nicely done paint job. Lovely interior. In fact, the dashboard, the carpets, the steering wheel, everything is as good as the next thing. That is absolutely pristine. I reckon that would be worth a fucking fortune. Don't want to overlook this one either, of course. Oh, look how 70s it is, yellow and brown. What's the mileage on that? 7.5. Yes, it's about 100,000. A lot of these seem to have just ticked over 100k, you know. But that's, there you go. Look at that. It's like being back in the past that I wasn't alive in. Is that a Supra? Got a really nice Supra here with its standard alloys. This is I was going to say, is it unmolested? No, it's got some gauges put in it. Oh, it's a manual though, so it is the proper one. Hang on, it says twins. I like that a lot. Twins on board, brilliant. Next to it, Mitsubishi GTO twin turbo. Wow, that. Do you know, these two are just from like the golden age of Japanese motoring. Look at those two together. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be back again with a bit more normal stuff in the new year. And until then, yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you again next week with another video. Goodbye.